Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatu. My name is Naila Tukhfatul Maghfiroh. I am from 4th group. In this opportunity, I would like to present an interesting topic. The topic is equality of education opportunity, a look at gender differences and equalities. This topic, according to the book 8th edition, The Sociology and Education, a System Analysis. Let's begin the presentation. Now we are going to the introduction. A key assumption of sociology is the position individuals hold in the social and educational system are influenced by their gender, race or ethnicity, social class and cultural background. These factors affect the stratification within educational system and society as a whole. The dynamic of system, including the educational system, cannot be understood without regard for such factors. Next, in this opportunity, we will discuss about 4 parts. The first is gender socialization at home and school. The second is gender differences in secondary school. The third is gender difference in higher education, and the last is effort to combat gender inequality in education. The first, gender socialization at home and school. The first, we will talk about gender socialization at home. Gender is one of the primary traits around which society is structured. Gender refers to the set of social distinctions that differently men and women. It is a social, learned, and enacted rule. The family, school, and the media are the setting in which we learn rules and reproduce gender differences. As an input in the educational system, children have already experienced gender socialization. The socialization process begins the day we were born and ends the day we die. Girls and boys are socialized differently from birth, so that by the time they begin school, most children have a good idea of their gender identity. Okay, before we are talking about the topic, let me tell you about what is the introduction of this topic. Every person in this world has their own position in the society and the education. But there are several things that influence the position of the person. One of the things that influence the position of the person is gender. So one of the function of gender is to make sure the position of the person in the society and in education. Okay, if we are talking about gender socialization at home, we are talking about the process. The process of gender socialization at home is began when we were born in this world, and the end of the socialization is when we are passed away or when we are dying. That is the end of socialization of gender. Now, in general, gender is divided into 2 shapes. The first is boy and the second is girls. Now, girls and boy has differences about the socialization of gender itself from they are young, from they are baby. One of the example of the differences is if the girls they has more opportunity and they has more dialogue with their parents. The parents want the girls has more communal and cooperative and to be cooperative person, like that. Different with the boy. The boy teach by the parents how they are to be action, how they are to be creative, how they are to be smart person. Now that one is one first differences. And the second differences is the toys of the girls and the boys. If the girls they are paying makeup, and there they are paying cooking and makeup absolutely, including to the cooperative. They are in the toys, they are how do cooperative with their friends, that one the purpose of the parents. Now the toys of the boys is video game, and then like playing in the jungle like that. And then because the games and video games and the play in the jungle is teach the boys how to creative, how to be active person like that. That one is the differences between the girls and boy, according into gender. Okay, the second is the hidden curriculum. The hidden curriculum itself, the definition or the hidden curriculum itself, it means the students in the school, they are not only study about the knowledge and about the science, they are also study about the norms and the value or belief, and how they are to be polite, how they are, yes, how they are to be kind person. They are also study in the school. Now, if we are talking about the hidden curriculum itself, we are also will find many differences gender socialization according to boy and the girls. For the example, for the girls, for the boys, in elementary school and in hidden curriculum itself, the boys should to be creative, and the boys should to be critical. When there discussion in the skies, the boys should to deliver their opinion. They should to yes, they should to talk active. They should to creative too. They should to critical, to be critical person in this class when there is a discussion. Different with the girls. The girls is only say one, maybe only one sentence of discussion. They only deliver a sentence. If the girls can receive the prize, because they can write tidy, and they are is diligent to write something. Different with the boy, different with the boy. If they are so lazy to write something, is the girl if the girl they are so diligent, so the teacher is prices to the girls. That one is one of the difference between boy and girls. Group are regionally shaped by conformity to traditional gender role expectations, whereas boy gains status of for being athletic, funny, and daring, according to Kimau, Pascoe, Rose, Guild, and Smith. But different with girl gains status based on appreciate and performance in activities what appreciate what appearance in important, where appearance is important, like child reading and dance. Children in secondary school learn about gender appropriate talk. First, gender position in their peer group are regionally shaped by conformity to traditional gender role expectation, whereas boys gain status for being athletic, funny, and daring. And the girls last time that I said is to be cheerleading and dance. And the second is alternate space. Provide greater freedom of expression, and operate according to a different set of the rules when it comes to gender. And the last is the classroom and academic performance. Now we are talking about gender difference in secondary school. In this part, there are three important things. The first is traditional gender role expectation. The second is alternate space, and the last is the classroom and academic performance. The first is traditional gender role expectation. Now, in this opportunity, in this part, describe the difference about the boy and girls. Now, we describe it by the boy is to be player of the basketball. You know basketball. If we are play a basketball, we will find the cheerleaders. Nah, cheerleader, that one is the girls, and the player of basketball is the boy. Now, if we are talking about cheerleaders, only some of or only a few of the girls can be cheerleaders. The same like the girls, not all the girls can be cheerleader. Only the beautiful girl, only who has a beautiful body like that. Nah, but the athlete, but the player of the basketball, yes, absolutely, they should to can play the basketball, but they can study, not only the beautiful, not only the handsome boy, but the boy who can and who, yes, who can play the basketball like that. So, in that part, in traditional gender, the girls here is to be higher effort to in this traditional gender rule expectation is the highest effort how the girls to be popularity. If last time I talk if this in traditional gender is the highest effort to the girls, it also hard to the boys, the gender boy, but because they should to be masculine, more masculine than before, like that. Yeah, the second is alternate space. Alternate itself. Last time, if we are talking about traditional gender role expectation, in that part, the girls only can do what they can do, and the boy only can do what the boys should do. But if in alternate space, they are freedom. They are freedom to do what they want. For the example, the girls can be the player of the basketball, and maybe if the boys want to be cheerleaders, the boy can be cheerleader too, like that. So in alternate space, the gender, both of gender, the boys and the girls can do anything that they want, can express what they want, can do what they want to do, and can be what they want to be. That one is alternate. Okay, if we are talking about gender socialization at home, we are talking about the process. The process of gender socialization at home is began when we were born in this world, and the end of the socialization is when we are passed away or when we are dying. That is the end of socialization of gender. Now, in general, gender is divided into two shapes. The first is boy and the second is girls. Now, girls and boy has differences about the socialization of gender itself from they are young, from they are baby. One of the example of the differences is if the girls they has more opportunity and they has more dialogue with their parents. The parents want the girls has more communal and cooperative and to be cooperative person, like that. Different with the boy. The boy teach by the parents how they are to be action, how they are to be creative, how they are to be smart person. Now, that one is one first differences, and the second differences is the toys of the girls and the boys. If the girls they are paying makeup, and there they are paying cooking, Cooking and makeup, absolutely, including to the cooperative. They are in the toys. They are how do cooperative with their friends. That one the purpose of the parents. Now the toys of the boys is video game, and then like playing in the jungle like that. And then because the games and five video games and the play in the jungle is teach the boys how to creative, how to be active person like that. That one is the differences between the girls and boy, according into gender socialization at home. That one is the differences performance. The next is gender influences in higher education. As the move took their teen year, students experience in school, both academic and social, have a powerful influence on their developed high school. Students have more autonomy than their elementary school counterpart and are expected to begin focusing on their adult selves. Finally, as students transition into college, we again see a mixed picture when it's more the gender and educational equality. Looking historical, Ohio or Oberlin College was the first to open its door officially to women in 1937. Even then, women's education was restricted to domestic subjects. In 1982 marks a watershed year with respect to gender and higher education. It is the year it is the year that women achieved parity with the sun, overtook men in college enrollment. So despite the gender integration on college campus as a whole, men and women tend to major in different fields, terribly contributing the informal pattern and segregations of our many college campus. Women are overrepresented in the human service field, major that emphasize communication, human interaction, and nurturing roles. Male students focus on pay and expectation of being a breadwinner, while female students focus on major and jobs that help them balance work and family. So if we are talking about gender difference in higher university, it is begin when the since 18 begin since 1982. Female halves represents a majority of Chinese students in especially in Harvard University. So in Harvard University, begin the woman achieved or allowed to be a student in college or in university in year 1982. More recently, they have come to represent about half of those pursuing graduate degrees. Their pattern of educational attainment declared one of the more surprising and potential turning pattern of educational inequality. The possibility that boys and men are falling behind and the educational system has not adapted to meet their educational and social need. Others worry that gender socialization had not adapted to broader economic change, including the decline of manufacturing work and men weeks, and that it may take some time for boys and men to adapt to the growth in traditionally female job sectors like educational and healthcare. Still, while females are more likely than men to achieve advanced degrees, they still earned less than men and continue to face subtle and not so subtle form of sexism in higher education. Now, the continue is gender difference in graduate study and beyond. Increasingly, the college experience has lengthened as more students pursue graduate students. Here, too, we see graded pattern. Women are enrolling in graduate education in increasing number. Nearly half of all new graduates is in law, medicine, and dentistry, as well as those completely PhD program. While women have essentially achieved parity with men in educational attempts, this achievement has not translated into gain in their salaries. It is often said the women need to attain a higher level of education than men in order to receive the same level of pay. So, in this opportunity, in this part, the man is worried about the woman achievement because of the woman can higher has higher educational than the man. Maybe the man is they are worried if the salary of the woman is higher than them. So that one is one example of differences gender in graduate study and beyond. And the last, effort to combat gender inequalities in education. Given the complicated pattern of gender differences and inequalities in schools, my read effort is exit to rectify this pattern. Some argue that one solution may be single-sex education. Single-sex education may encourage girls to develop deeper interest and confidence in the STEM field and allow teachers to adapt their pedagogy to meet boys' learning style. Critics, however, suggest that single-sex education does not produce documented educational benefits and worry that separate educational facilities reinforce rather than reduce gender difference in education. Within higher education, Title IX has received a new identity, while it once focused almost exclusively on athletic equality in culture in being used as tool for protecting students' right to be educated by making sure that college and university have adequate policies and procedure to deal with. Thank you very much, and I do apologize for many mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi